Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. You can tell we're not in the studio in New Jersey. We're in fact in Vermont, Shelburne, Vermont. Behind us, this is in fact the Shelburne Farms, Coach Barn at Shelburne Farms. We're here for the Turrell Fund Day for Children. And we're honored to be speaking to a whole range of people who have dedicated their professional, in some cases their personal life, to advocating for children, particularly infants and toddlers, as part of our Right from the Start NJ initiative. I'm pleased to welcome Reverend Bill Gannon, retired Reverend at the Episcopal Diocese of Newark and also a Turrell Fund trustee. Good to see you, Bill.
Good to be here.
You know, Bill gave a presentation when you spoke earlier here at this conference. And by the way, we're at a farm. You're going to hear all kinds of sounds around us. All about love. What's the connection between love and our infants and toddlers?
Well, love is the wholesome food for the youngest human beings, babies, age 1 to 3 and up to 5. And as they experience love from parents and relatives and others, they become more of who they will eventually finish becoming.
You know, one of the themes here at this conference focuses a lot on Fred Rogers. Yes. Fred Rogers from PBS, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, debuted in 1968. 51 years later, we're here in Vermont. By the way, we're here in Vermont also because Vermont has a track record of really doing important work when it comes to early childhood-related issues, child care issues, early childhood development. They're seen as a national model by many. Make the connection between Fred Rogers and the work that he did and his incredible impact on young children in this nation.
Well, Fred Rogers is very important, partly as a representative of how you connect with young people. He, in some ways, had a genius for being simple and for treating the young people that he communicated with on their terms rather than requiring them to treat him on his terms. And I would say that his work was greatly multiplied by both those who were watching back when he was on television, as well as the whole educational system, daycare, schools, anybody professionally interested in education must have admired how he conducted himself with young people.
You know, I'm curious about this. This is not a discussion about politics per se, but it is a discussion about where we are in society. So I'm curious, as a trustee of the Turrell Fund, you and your colleagues at the fund committed very much to children and also a more civil, dare I say, society. So if Fred Rogers talked and lived his life about love and simplistic or simple things like caring for your neighbor, how would that sell today in the America we live in?
Well, I don't think it's a selling matter. It's a witnessing matter. That would be the biblical term for understanding how you declare who you are, what you love, and where you're going. And
you don't have to sell love?
No. In fact, you can't sell love. The only thing you can do is love. And when you love, love is it becomes an opportunity for whomever you're expressing love for.
So when it comes to infants and toddlers, as part of our Right from the Start initiative, do you teach love to infants and toddlers by expressing and giving love?
You teach love by treating them as they are. And let me say that our society is hugely built around the supposed efforts for success, and financially and elsewise. And that is a false aim of education. Education should be nurturing who you are and what you love. And that should be true not only for wee ones and adolescents, especially adolescents, but also in adult life. The matter of what you are in terms of who and what you love is really at the heart of life. And you rediscover this as a parent. When you have children, you're going through again what you went through as a child and rediscovering some of those aspects of life that you may have overlooked. I've often thought that a challenge to adulthood is whether or not you maintain awareness of the child that is in you. And if you do, then you're going to love play, whether it's sports, which is defined by the word play, whether it's the arts, whether it's human relations. But the child in you delights in beauty, delights in community. And I would also say that I believe that we are at a point nationally and probably internationally where community has come to mean less and less, being raised by the village, so to speak.
But we need it more and more.
And we need it more and more, exactly.
Yeah. Well, listen, Reverend, I want to thank you for not just for being with us here in Vermont, being part of the Turrell Fund, but also, more importantly, the work that you've done for more than a few years, making a difference in the lives of so many, mostly because of not the love that you teach, but the love that you live.
Right.
Thank you, Bill.
Well, thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
You may not have heard of TAVR. Raj and Sandhya have. It's the minimally invasive alternative to open heart valve replacement. RWJ Barnabas Health is New Jersey's leading TAVR provider, and we continue to perfect it. Patients are often back to their lives in just a few days. Innovative valve replacement surgery, because you can't be replaced. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
Also brought to you by NJIT, New Jersey Institute of Technology, the Northward Center, the New Jersey Education Association, and by New Jersey Sharing Network, dedicated to saving lives through organ and tissue donation.